So look, go across the street, go to the main city, go down the road, meet with people. If they are asking you questions and they can connect with you, then they're probably going to be a good salesperson. However, they have to have a strong why. After Hours Q&A with Andy Audate in the building. After Hours Q&A, where after work, I get to come on here live with some of my team members, and we get to answer questions and answers, or question and action steps. These specific questions are either about life, finances, business, success, or yours truly, Andy Audate. Some personal questions, some business questions, unscripted, raw, straight to the point, and real deal life stuff. To my left, I got Lori, my best friend, my sister from another mister, and also my girlfriend. And to my right, I got James, the one and only video genius.
Yes.
Dude's a mixer with a clicker, okay?
Whatever that
means. The mister for the picture, okay? The guy behind the camera, James Fournier in the building. All right, thank you so much for joining us today. So let's start with the first question, personal question, business question, money question. Let's start with the first question. Also, if you're on the social, we take questions in the studio, but we also take questions on social media. So you go to my Instagram or my Facebook, and I want you to go to my last post and put question for After Hours. Put a colon, and then ask your question, and I will answer your question live on today's episode or the next one. So let's start with the first question, Lolo in the building. What we got? What's the first question?
How would you rate your day from 1 to 10?
Why so low energy?
How would you rate your day? I'm not the one that has energy. That's you.
We got energy.
I'm tired.
You're tired?
After hours.
It's because it's after hours. I feel you.
Talk to me like at lunch.
At lunch? All right, maybe we should do that at lunch. Maybe call it mid-hours.
Midday.
Midday
Ask
Q&A.
midday.
Ask during the middle of the day type question.
I'm open to that.
Okay. All right, so
your day today, 1 to 10.
If we do it midday, then people gonna be like,
everyone's at lunch, then they're gonna watch.
Everyone's at lunch, nobody's gonna watch. But if it's after hours, especially right now, it's like 8 o'clock on the East Coast. So, all right. So your question is rate my day, like today, 1 to 10.
1 al 10. Like 10 is like excellent. 1 is like bad. Like let's take it back. Bad.
I mean, I think every day is a good day. You know, every day is a day to learn. So I mean, I learned a lot of stuff today. I can tell you that, how to progress, how to keep on moving forward, and how to deliver. The most amount of value. Okay. So I would call today a 9.
9?
A 9 day.
Oh, that's good.
A 9 day. I think
maybe because you got Friday feels like
today's Friday feels. You know, we're gonna have a team dinner after this. So
yes.
So I mean, you were excited for that.
That's what I'm here. I'm waiting for the dinner.
Is that why? Is that why you saying after hours just for dinner on a Friday?
Well, Friday fun. Like you kind of get to spend time with the team and reflect a little bit.
I mean, that's the cool thing too, because I know for me, like the dinner deal is like I'm always working. You know, I'm always like focused on like work. Yeah. And I think with you coming into my life, James coming into my life, and bringing on other team members, it's like, okay, let's put the work aside for a bit. Let's get some personal, and let's build a relationship, and let's connect. And so I can't wait to go to dinner and see what we create at dinner. Let's try not to talk so much about work, but personal stuff. I love that.
Okay. Cool. So with that being said, do you think it's possible to have a business and family like involved? Like, you know how people say don't mix business, family, friends, family, business. Don't mix them. But what do you think on that?
Don't mix friends. I'm just wearing my headset, you know.
What's up with that? That's not how it goes.
Yeah? Yeah, I see you touching your headset. Are you trying
like maybe that's better.
It might be better if you flip your headset upside down.
I'll stick to the original way. This is fine.
Okay. Because I said something. That's probably why you're gonna keep like that. You're gonna keep it normal. No more average, okay?
I'm gonna let you be,
No more average. No more average. No more average. Book.com. That's Andy Audate's book. All right. So the second question is what?
Can you mix business with family or friends?
Can you mix business with family or friends? That's a great question. Hell no. No.
What if your family's watching this? They'll be like, that's rude. They're never gonna consider
I mean, you can't. You just can't.
Okay.
Like I've thought about putting having my mom come to work in the company. Okay.
Okay.
I've thought about that. My thought process was like, what if I retire my mom, have her come work in the company? Now I want you to imagine little old Andy, in the diapers, my mom taking care of me, and the roles reversed, and we are in a pressure situation at work, and I'm demanding. You know how and you know how I get, like, especially
very demanding. I want to capitalize very.
Yeah, very demanding. Like, I know we need this done. Like I know you're working on that project, that big project with the content right now.
I wouldn't say demanding. You're very strict. Deadline's a deadline.
Yeah, so you're over here like, oh, can we do it in 4 days? I'm like, yeah, no.
I wanted it yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday, or figure out how do we get our company to be running 24 hours.
Right.
So you're I can't imagine me going to my mom and doing that, and then going home and then everything being cool, right? Nope. So that's really. So if you bring in your family, expect a decrease in output. Not only that, expect a decrease in output. But most importantly, if you're really expecting results and there's no performance or there's a lack thereof of performance, and the person generally thinks that they're performing well, and you see that there is no performance, and you discipline that lack thereof of performance, that's going to affect your home. That's going to affect the barbecue out, the family barbecue.
They're going to bring it up.
They're going to bring it up. They're going to be like,
You told me.
Yeah, you told me this, and then you're gonna look at them like this.
I'm just trying to have a barbecue.
They're gonna come to you. You're gonna go to them, and then you're gonna say they're gonna come to you. You're gonna go to them. You're gonna look at each other, and that person's gonna look at you, and then you're gonna say, yeah. So like you scolded them on Friday. Okay, you looked at them and you said, look, you're about to be fired. Okay,
ouch.
I need you to perform, or you're gonna be fired. And then the next day you go to the barbecue, you look at them and you say, hey, Mom. And then they look at you.
They're not going to just ignore that.
They're not going to ignore that.
No.
So should you bring your family in? Hell no. But if your business is running so systematically and you have the additional cash flow, you have the additional role that's not really necessary, it's not.
You're gonna just be like a little.
No, it's not like it's not important.
Okay.
But it's not like a performing. That's the best way to put it. A performing role, like a receptionist.
Okay, so it's not like stressful.
It's not a stressful role.
You don't have to be on them and tell them you're doing bad. It's
exactly. Like it's not gonna be a stressful role where like they're really gonna be impacted, based on results or something of that nature.
Okay.
I would be open to something like that with bringing in some family member. Doesn't even have to. I'm not even talking about just my mom because my mom's gonna see this.
I know.
Yeah, she. She
give other examples.
She sees my social media.
Friends.
I mean, you said family, so.
But friends. I also said friends.
Okay, friends. So same thing with friends. Don't bring Yeah, you don't want to. Unless you have like and I brought friends into business, by the way. Okay.
True.
But here's the thing. When the relationship with that person starts off, when the relationship starts off as friends and then it turns into business, that's the no-no.
Yeah.
What I found that works is that when the relationship starts off business and then converts to friendship, then there's a process or understanding. Like James, right? James, one of the James's first week here. Mm-hmm. James, our, everything, right?
Yeah.
Videos,
MVP.
maintenance. Like he's like MVP. He's really MVP. When James started, right, we were driving, and I said, look, in the office, we play this classical music, make it look nice.
Okay.
And then I said, after the office, after hours, outside of the office, you could play rap music. We could be bumping. I love rap music.
It's cool. Yeah.
It's cool. But you gotta know.
Yeah.
You gotta know what area you're in.
Okay.
So if you go from friend, and you're always, like, for example, you're always playing the rap music. You're always in a certain environment. You're always acting. You have a different way of being, and you try to transition and try to do that in business. They're gonna look at you. You fake.
Yeah,
you're
like
fake.
Why changing?
Why changing?
Yeah.
But you don't know that, like, when you're in a certain environment, you're supposed to be a certain, act a certain way. You're supposed to be in a certain environment, and you're supposed to adhere to that environment, okay?
I've been boss to my friends. It's not good.
It's not good.
Because it's like, you're trying to get business done, and then sometimes they take it personal. They think they can get a break because they're your friend.
Yeah.
Like, oh, just give me a hookup. And it's like, no, I have things to do for X, Y, and Z reason.
I think when you're in that position,
yeah,
I think it's just, boundaries.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, just recognize, like, hey, I remember this one situation when I would own the cell phone stores.
Mm-hmm.
We had some clear boundaries where, like, hey, I remember someone got in trouble,
Okay.
right? It was a Friday. Someone got in trouble during the day,
Mm-hmm.
and then we had a party to go to that night. This was when I was young. I was 20.
Okay.
We went. I scolded them. I'm the business owner. I had to discipline them and let them know, like, hey, this is what you did wrong. This is how you have to change. This is what I expect from you. And then at the party, everything was cool.
Okay.
And because we both knew that, hey, during business hours, that's work.
Yeah.
That's so that we perform. There's no joking around. There's no high fives.
Serious.
It's serious business.
Yeah.
But after hours, that's when you could joke around. That's why we got the dim lights. We got the red. We got all of that. You know what I'm
You're
saying?
here to work. And then you're there to play. Don't mix them.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. What's the next question? What do we got?
Um.
Hey, by the way, if you're watching this on social, you're watching this on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, put your question in the comments below, and I will answer that question live here right now. Life, business, personal, or about me personally.
Okay.
All right. What's the question?
Let's hear it.
Make sure you hit that no he didn't button after I ask it.
Is it?
Let's go. What you got? What you
All
got?
right, so what would you rather throw away, love or money?
Oh no, he didn't. He put you on the spot. Or oh, sir. I really want either.
All right. So I'm gonna add a portion of the show to this, where I take a shot of Celsius water.
Yeah, if anybody works with Celsius, let them know we're open to sponsorships.
Yeah, if you Celsius live fat, we want all your flavors in our office.
Samples.
We want to sample everything. I want to try it to see if it's real. I want to try Celsius if it's real. What's the next question?
No, let's go back. You said anything. They could ask you anything.
What you mean?
You opened it. Would you rather? Was it lose? Lose money or love? Was that the word? Yeah. Lose.
What was the question?
What would you What would you rather throw away, love or money?
What type of love? It depends on what type of love you're talking
don't
about.
go there. Don't give your salesman answer.
No, it depends on what type of love you're talking about.
True love.
True love.
Or general.
General love?
True.
Love or money? Or are you talking about money or love? Huh? Is it love or money, or are you talking about money or love?
Just choose. Pretend I'm not here.
I want to take a shot.
I'm not even here.
I want to take a shot.
You don't want to answer, you got to take a shot.
All right, I want to take a shot.
No, you have to answer because you said, ask me anything.
I mean,
put it on the comments.
Put it in the comments.
And
all
they
right.
did.
So to answer that question specifically,
I'm not here. Don't worry. It's his work. Then we leave and it's not work.
Okay. All right. So to answer that question, would I rather?
And throw it away.
And throw it away?
Mm-hmm.
I can't do either. I think they're both necessity. It's like, what would you rather have? Like air, or your heart? It's like, would you rather have oxygen or your heart?
But
like,
just choose. You never
you
played
choose.
Would You Rather? You have to.
You can't choose. Like you driving a car. What would you rather have? The engine or the wheels?
Broke love or empty money?
Because both of them sucks. You don't want to be rich without love.
But your love partner can support you. So just say that you throw away money and then your partner can help you get money.
Oh, now you're leading me to tell me what I gotta say. Look, let's skip that question. You can't have a car without an engine and without wheels. Can't choose.
Flip a coin.
Can't choose. The only thing I'm gonna flip is you. trying to tell me.
Okay.
Just answer the question. You said just tell me you want to have your partner and your partner gonna take care. Yeah, that's true, but yeah, it's not true as well. So look, at the end of the day, you can't have a car and say, hey, I don't need the engine because I got the wheels.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? You can't have a car. You can take off the doors.
Right.
You can take off the doors. You could drive a car without the windows. But you need both. So I don't think there's an either or. It's both and. What's the next question? What do we got?
So being that a lot of work environments are now virtual, do you think people should dress up for work?
Hell yeah. Look, we just, right now, all of our virtual team members getting T-shirts.
That's true.
Getting T-shirts well branded. Like, we did the test. I wanted to see what it looked like on the Zoom calls.
Yeah, we
now
did.
we're lifting the logo. So that way, the logo's going to be over here versus down in the middle where it's typically at. It's going to be on the top, so that way on the Zoom calls, It's perfect. So you gotta stay branded and stay well branded. Yeah, you gotta dress up.
So you're not saying like necessarily dress code. It just has to like be your brand or something.
Well, it depends on the depends on the industry and the brand. Like for me, I dress up like business attire. So even though I'm working virtual, I may dress up business attire. So it depends completely on the brand.
Gotcha, but it's important.
But it is important.
Don't come up in your PJs.
Don't go to work in your PJs. No. And we had one person do that.
We did, and you gave him a
we actually really had somebody come in to work. Like, hey, I'm working from home, and they came like I'm talking about like flannel type colored PJs. What the hell are you doing?
You said you're here for work.
And I believe that person's role was to meet with clients, and I said no. No.
So that's the standard you uphold.
On social media, if you have a question, comment, or concern, want the answer from me? Questions. I'll give you the answer, or I'll give you the action step. Put your question in the comments, and I will answer that question. What else we got? What do we got? Social media. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Put your questions in the comments. Put your question in the comments. I will answer it today or on our next episode. That was an accident. I pressed the button by accident. That was a person, but I pressed the button by accident. All right, let's go. What we got?
You got.
Got to put talking on the mic.
I can't read it, but he said, "True, you can't choose." About
okay.
You got
you can't.
You got some support there.
You can't choose. Like you can't choose. There's people that are like, hey, I'll be homeless with you.
True.
We'll be homeless together on the side of the road. I love you. We'll be homeless on the side of the road together. Man, there's gonna be problems when you both gotta go to the bathroom.
Okay, fair enough.
Like you need both. You need both in this world. In another world, maybe, but in the world that we live in, you need it.
All right, I got another question for you.
What's the question?
If you could interview a famous person, who would you choose?
Curtis 50 Cent Jackson.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Curtis.
Why?
Because it's not even about his celebritism. It's not about his status. It's about where he came from, what he's created.
Yeah.
Where he came from, what he's created, and there's a certain understanding there that I relate with, that I'm interested in, and to be there in person with him and share that experience. That's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer. And mind you, I've been looking up to 50 Cent before, like in the club days.
Okay.
So I looked up to that type of energy of a businessman, like essentially hood turned businessman. I mean, from a young age.
Okay.
So Curtis Jackson.
What would you ask him?
That's a good question.
You never know.
I ask him a lot of questions, and it wouldn't be one.
Yeah, definitely.
It wouldn't. There's not one particular question because he's put out so much content. I'm reading one of his books right now. He put out so much content that dude, like, I'm getting so much of his like when I read the book, where I'm not doing the audio book. When I read the book, I literally hear his voice talking to me as if he's mentoring. That's why you want to read. So as if he's talking to me. So if you want to read my book, nomoreaveragebooks.com. You want to go to nomoreaveragebooks.com. All right, what's the next question that we got?
What has been the nicest thing someone has done for you?
The nicest thing that someone has done for me is, I think, gave me opportunity. I think that's going to be the biggest thing. Like, opportunity is important, but belief is much more important. Okay. Because opportunity can be taken at any moment. And I mean take opportunity. But the nicest thing that someone has done for me is have that belief in me. Because it's, regardless of opportunity, if there's no opportunity, but when someone looks at you in the eye and says, I believe in you, to me, I'm like a baby inside. I cry inside. I'm like, ooh, like, yo, man, like, ooh, like that's in there, like that hit the heart. I believe in you. I remember for a long time, for my family, all I wanted was that. I didn't want money. I just wanted to understand I believe in you. I believe in you. And so I spent years and just trying to push myself to create some massive results just so like my family could go be like, damn, I believe in you. And I remember the first time my mom told me like, oh, wow. Like, and I told her like my next, I was doing a lot of things, and then I told her my next plan, and she's like, oh, I mean, I believe that's going to happen, like,
wow.
I said,
She believes in you,
she believes me. So, but it took me a long time to get to that point. But yeah, that's the most important thing. And that's the most nicest thing that someone can do for me. Just say, dude, I believe in you, dude. Like, I know you're going places. So if you believe in me, put that in the comments. If you believe in Andy Audate, put I believe in you, Andy. or I believe in you, Andy. Put that in the comments. I believe in it. So I know, you know, that I know that me and you
No.
are like this. But I believe in you. Put I believe you. I believe you. I believe in you in the comments.
Oh, no, he didn't.
What's that?
That's what you're going to use it for?
Yes, I am.
You should have never gotten that. You're going to be just hitting
I'm just
all
going to
of
be
them.
pressing. All right, what we got? What's the next question? What's the next question? What we got from social media? From social media, if you're on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, put the question in the comments, and James is going to answer your question from the social media.
Are you ready?
Ask the question, and then I'll answer the question or give you the action step. What's next? What we got?
If you were to have any superpower, what would it be?
If I were to have any superpower, I would probably have speed. Like, if I need to go home, I want to do one of these, like, zoop, zoop, and I'm here. Like, I went, zoop, zoop. You know, oh, shoot, I forgot something on the kitchen counter. Let me, zoop, zoop. Yeah, I just did it. You didn't even see it. Like, the camera couldn't
Like
even
when
catch
I
it.
forgot my keys.
When you forgot your keys. Like, when you forgot your keys, I went, zoop, zoop. Like, I would have unlocked the door, opened the key, gave you your key, came back, and James didn't even know I was gone. You know,
Yeah,
like,
you would have been back in a zip.
so, yeah, call me Zip. That should be my superhero name. Zip.
Zip, right?
Zip. Andy Zip. Zip Andy. All right, what's the next
Zipping
question?
by.
Let's go on the back again on the social. On the Instagram, put your question in the comments. Put your questions in the comments. I will answer your question or give you the action steps.
Who was the most influential teacher that you had? Because that actually reminded me of my 8th grade teacher.
Right.
He was very powerful in my life and kind of didn't let me just be mediocre in school,
So the influential teacher.
Or maybe coach. Yeah, it could apply. I just didn't play sports.
Yeah. I mean, I tell you, I had this my business teacher from college. Okay, right before I dropped out.
The one class.
The one class that I took in college. I mean, that was just a cool experience talking about business. Everyone else before that in high school and whatever was before high school, it was kind of like, history. What do I need this for? Math. I'll hire someone. Like it was stuff that I didn't really need. But my business teacher, I could vibe with him because we were talking business. We were talking my language. So I would say my business teacher, Mr. Business Teacher, because I don't remember his name.
Would you bring him here to do a podcast?
Probably not. Probably not.
Why not?
Because I'll tell you, true story. Much love to the people who educate in business. He had a lot of theories, no business experience.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, he had a lot of ideas with no business experience. Never ran a business, so he was able to teach what he learned from books, and then just essentially regurgitate what he learned. But he wasn't running any businesses, so I dropped out to go learn from someone who's running
the real
a business.
world.
Yeah,
the pain of actually having a business, like the pain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know why it's pain because there's benefits too, but
well, because I just call it pain because if you have no foundation, you figure it out, trial
Right.
and error. But it's good at the end because you know everything.
Well, the problem that I found with business, I took business admin or business management. To me, I think it's the same. Is it the same or is it different?
I mean, I studied management, but it's because it's overall scope, like accounting and everything. But admin, maybe it's more focused.
I did business management. That's what I did.
Okay.
And everything was about how successful businesses, and you would understand like successful businesses.
Okay.
I didn't learn anything about year 0 to 5. I learned everything was what Coca-Cola was doing in their marketing plan. What was FedEx doing? How FedEx was built, and then they'll share like the 2 paragraphs portion of FedEx, and then they'll like go straight to what happened in the 20th year.
Right.
So that wasn't really a guide for me. It was more of like the theories of joining a corporate business and seeing how you can support them. But I didn't want to join a corporate business. I wanted to run my own.
So it's like case studies. Like I took
case studies, yeah.
Entrepreneurship class. I don't even know if my professor was an entrepreneur.
So how can you teach entrepreneurship class in, there's these small little things that you need. Everyone knows how to screw on the water bottle,
yes.
right? Screw on the lid of a water bottle.
Uh-huh.
But what happens is if you twist it and it's not latching right, to reverse it, right? To reverse it, turn it around, and then twist it again until it latches. We all know this. However, if you're taught to just twist to the right and it doesn't latch on and you don't know to reverse it, then you're never gonna get the water bottle closed. So when you pour it, when you turn it around, it will spill out when it wasn't supposed to. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I think
It's missing.
there's something missing, and I think that there is consistently a missing link when someone is teaching something that they've never done before.
Yeah.
Because you'll miss that little small detail, but it makes the hell of a world of a difference if your goal is to keep the water contained in the water bottle. Something that simple,
Right.
but I think the same is true in business. All right. What is the best penny stock to purchase with the best return on investment? Is it AI or 5G? That's what the gods are suggesting. Is it true? I don't know. What's the best penny stock? I'm not the person to answer questions about penny stocks. I'm not investing into the stock market
Disclaimer.
right now, or a large amount of money in the stock market. I have some money in the stock market, but I don't have a large amount of money. Nor am I putting a large amount of money in Bitcoin. I'm putting stuff that I know is gonna get me a return on the money. And that's the thing that you gotta understand. Like, investing is about getting a return for your money. That means you have money, you're putting it out to get a return. I've shared this with you a couple times.
Yeah.
Where the money thing is about doubling. It's about doubling, tripling, quadrupling. Like, you got to double your money. So would I put some money in a penny stock or in Apple or in Tesla? Look, it's hot right now. You know why? Because the marketers of those companies are pushing you to invest into those.
Yeah.
But the best investment I know I can do is right here.
What you're good at, like
When
your
I'm-
forte, your industry, stuff like that.
Exactly. What I truly understand, who I believe in, and what I know will get me a return on the income, on the money.
Yeah.
So it's not about me giving. The reason why you're gonna invest into the stock market, by the way, is because you don't know how to double your money, so you give it to a corporation. That's why their companies go public. Is they're saying, hey, most of America has no clue on how to double their money or grow their income using money.
They'll take it.
I'll take your money and I'll double it because we have a system. That's how important the system is. When you give your money to Apple,
Yeah.
you give your money to Tesla, they have a process that this money will turn and create a profit, similar to our marketing strategy. We put in $1, $1.75 comes out. We put in $100, out of the process, $175 comes out. So would I rather give it to Apple and hope for the best, or would I rather keep it into my inner circle and I know how to get a return? So am I going to invest into penny stocks? Hell no. Am I going to invest into Bitcoin? Hell no. I'm going to invest into Andy Audate and the Andy Audate companies and the Andy Audate brand because I know how to turn it and quadruple it and flip it.
Create your return. At
Create your return. I
terms.
like that. Create your return
At
on your terms.
There we go.
We have Diamond Hall. What's the first step to building a team that will push you forward as a business owner?
Hire right
Ooh,
away.
Good one.
Hire right away. The first step is to hire. You need knowledge. That's what you need, knowledge on how to lead. The first step, if you are already in the business, then you got to spend your own money. If you aren't in the business and you're saying, "Hey, I want to open up a business in the future," and you never let a team, go work for someone else. Keep your money. Today I just did a whole episode on the Big Money Show today. And I did a whole episode about having a primary checking account and your secondary and continually putting money in your secondary to open up your business and so on and so forth. So if you are continually putting money in your secondary to save, go learn how to lead a team in someone else's business. But your first step, if you own your business already, you're already in the business, then what you want to do is you got to invest and just hire someone right away and start learning on how to lead. If you're not in the business, then work for someone else and learn on their dime, not yours.
What position should they hire first?
What position?
Yeah. Because
The
if you're hiring a team, are you hiring an accountant? Are you hiring a social media
He's
manager?
asking executive assistant.
Yeah.
Don't hire an executive assistant. Don't hire an accountant. That's the big no.
Okay, I'm asking.
Don't hire an executive assistant. Don't hire an accountant.
So
don't
top
hire a
three
janitor.
hires. Top three.
First, hire a salesperson.
Sales.
Hire a salesperson.
Number one.
You got to figure out how to keep the money coming in.
Teach
Hire-
them what you know so they can sell.
so they can sell.
Okay.
Now, what's going to happen is that you're going to have a decrease in output.
Yeah, because they don't know everything at the beginning.
Right. So you're gonna have a decrease in output. So that means if, like, we did this example on another episode. What episode did we do that for? It was the money, not the money show.
Big money?
No, it wasn't on the Big Money. It was on the Progress Daily Show. So what I'm saying is that if you're making $10,000 a month, right? If you're making $10,000 a month and you hire someone, when you hire someone, your focus and your energy might drop your $10,000 to $7,000, for example.
Right.
So now you dropped. Plus, this person over here that you hired to do sales is not making you a slick penny, not making you $1, but you're spending $2,000 a month on that person, or $4,000, whatever the number is. You're spending $2,000 a month. So that means you dropped by $3,000 and your cost is $2,000. So that means you're negative. You're less $5,000 right now. So that means your output is decreased. So most people say, oh, you know what? I'm going to fire this person. I got to let them go. Or I can't continue to hire.
Get frustrated.
Because you get frustrated.
Yeah.
Then that makes sense. But what you really want to do is recognize that there's a $5,000 decrease. Teach that person how to sell. A month or two later, maybe 3 months later, that person is doing half what you're doing, which is they're making a positive $5,000. And you go back to making $10,000. Now you're making $15,000 a month in income when you weren't doing that 3 months ago. And that's how you grow your business. So focus on sales, okay? Focus on sales. Your second person, another salesperson. Another salesperson. Your third person, now you need admin. Now you need admin. So you got two people pushing for your in your income. Yeah. You're still pushing in your income. Now you need an executive assistant to just manage all the money that's coming in and take care of all the customers that's coming in.
But that's dependent because admin comes in when you have so many clients and customers that you're overwhelmed. You don't want to be admin when you don't have sales.
Right, exactly.
Like, it has to be sales first. I agree.
Sales first. Get your money right.
Plus,
then
if you're the only salesperson and you happen to take a week off, what's going to happen?
Yeah, you're right. If you're the only salesperson
that week.
If you're the only salesperson, you happen to take a week off. That's exactly right.
Where can I find a good where can I find good salespeople? My system is in place. Funnel, application, sales call. How do you find the right person?
Correct.
That's a good question.
That is important because everybody says they can do sales, and then you put them on performance, and they're like not performing.
I'll tell you, like when you hiring salespeople, the first thing that you want to do is you want to say, pitch me. You want to say, pitch me.
On the spot.
Pitch me on the spot. If there's someone who's coming in like, hey, I know sales. If there's someone that they want to learn, then you got to teach them. But you want to say, pitch me, because we all know the same sales process or the process that works. The sales process is you greet, you qualify, you present, and then you close. A terrible salesperson or someone who has little experience is going to what? Is going to what? They don't qualify exactly.
They just start spilling like
they just start presenting.
It's so rude.
So, I was with Jordan Belfort. You all know the Wolf of Wall Street. I don't have a pen on me. But that whole TV thing where he's like, oh, he sell the pen. The whole idea about selling the pen is not about presenting how good the pen is. We hear that all the time. Like, hey, present this water bottle. Or some of this water bottle. Right. And people are like, oh, the water is the most amazing. Yeah. And you start selling the features and the advantages and the benefits when really what you need to be selling is asking them what they need and start answering back, hey, this is going to give you what you need. So your best salesperson is going to be someone who qualifies, who understands, who can ask questions. I just got off a sales training call yesterday, and I shared with the person, I said, hey, look, the sales cycle is this long. The presentation, it takes 7 minutes, okay? 5 to 7 minutes to go through the presentation, but the whole call is 45 minutes. So the whole call for you to close the deal is 45 minutes, but it takes 7 minutes for you to present. What are you doing on the rest of the call? Listening. Asking questions and listening.
Yeah, ask and listen.
So
for your pivot.
So where to find them is you're going to find them asking you questions. I mean, Craigslist, if you want to give it like an action step, you can find people on Craigslist. You can find a salesperson.
Facebook groups,
or you just go outside of your house and go shopping and recruit.
Yeah, we talked about that where we're like, that person stood out to us from a transaction. Yeah. We're like, we would give him sales, or you would give him a sales job.
There was a person that we went to one of those drive-through spots.
Yeah, they get zero benefit for selling, and they were really good.
I said, hey, man, like, would you be interested in leaving your position, come working for me? Yeah. You know? Just like that. James, what did you see me do in the car with you when we drove? When we were leaving the office and you brought your right hand over here, what did you see me do?
You were just talking to a whole bunch of people, processing everything for the office.
No.
When you recruited someone.
When I recruited.
Which is James' friend.
Your friend, remember? Ryan?
Oh, yeah. He asked legitimate questions like, what do you want? Like, what do you want to make in this month? This 1 month. What do you want to do with that money?
And you were analyzing his skills.
Yeah.
He was complimenting the way he spoke.
Yeah.
He was like, you have a good tongue, the way you speak.
I don't want to say tongue, but that's not the right way.
You said
maybe vocabulary, but I like your
wording.
tongue.
Yeah, I think it comes down to seeing if they have charisma, and you can't tell on an application.
Yeah, you can't.
It really has to be like in person, see how they are.
So we hired someone to come in and help set up our office. And throughout the day, he was communicating, talking about his personal, like what he does, so on and so forth. Then I gave him a ride home, and I was connecting with him and connecting with James in the car. And as the person was talking, like this was our last interaction. He was essentially going home, and this was our last interaction. I probably wasn't going to see him again. Then I asked him, I said, he told me that he moved to Las Vegas, and by him communicate like what he wanted to do in his life, I said, hey, man, I could give you that opportunity. I can show you the steps, and I would want you on my team because you communicate well, but I can see that you genuinely cared about the other person. So by you qualifying, learning about other people and listening, it's not going to be hard for you to do. But it's a sucky salespeople that's going to end up like presenting and have a whole
Just
spiel.
not even listening. Yeah.
It's not even listening. Yeah. So look, go across the street. Go to the main city, go down the road, meet with people. If they are asking you questions and they can connect with you, then they're probably going to be a good salesperson. However, they have to have a strong why. Yeah. So once you determine that, the next thing that you need to do is determine like why you want to do, like why do you want to win in life? Yeah. Oh, my kids, or my husband, or my this. If they can't answer what their why is, they're not gonna push for you.
Yeah, after 3 weeks of training, they'll be like, I'm out.
They're gonna be out. All right.
The Ghost 392. Once you take the focus off you and start pouring into others is when you'll see your business go to the next level.
Nice.
Yes.
Kelby Dixon.
Yes.
With that comment.
Yes. Yes, that is correct. Take it off yourself. It's not about you. It's about the people you're serving.
Yeah.
It's not about us. It's not about what we do, what we want. It's about helping the people that are behind us. What's the next question?
Also said, been following Andy since 2016. Been a pleasure to see his growth and of influence over the years.
We didn't even start yet.
Wow.
We just getting traction, baby.
Kelby Dixon.
What's his name?
Kelby Dixon.
Kelby Dixon, man. Kelby, I want you to come down to the office and share your testimonial, man. I want to see you in person. I want to touch you. I want to see you in person. I don't want to touch you, actually.
Yeah, that's.
I don't want to touch you, but I want to see you in person, especially with this COVID stuff. We don't want to.
You can't. You have to be 6 feet.
6 feet. I want to throw a book at you.
That's rude.
For you to catch and get the knowledge in person, Kelby.
Talking about your book.
Talking about my book. Go to nomoreaverageBook.com.
No, I had a question.
Okay. What's the question?
Would you write another book?
I'm writing another book right now.
Really?
I'm
Isn't
writing
it
another.
hard? I feel like people that write books are like, I've been writing for 2 years.
It's gotten harder. I
Really?
can tell you. Like my first book was easy because all I had to worry about was just a book.
What do you mean? What's different?
'Cause
Wouldn't you have like a part 2 of what you wrote?
I have the same 24 hours.
Okay.
And I'm doing more in my current 24 hours than I was 3 or 4 years ago when I wrote that book.
Okay.
So that's what's really the big difference is the timing for me to focus on it. But I'm fortunate that, I love writing.
Mm-hmm.
That's, if this was a math book, I would never get it done. But because this is a book that I'm personally writing, I'm excited to share this. I mean, this book, I'm going in detail. I'm sharing specific knowledge that I've learned that really allowed me to progress past my peers, not only past my peers, but also past my elders, So I'm going to share that knowledge in this book, but wait for it, okay? But for now, you can start. For the people that get the nomoreaverageBook.com, I'm going to give them a special offer. Right when they purchase No More Average Book, the digital combo, I get your email. And then, so you give me your email. So in a few months when the book is released, I'm going to give you a special offer. So if you're ready, go to nomoreaverageBook.com and sign up and grab my book. It's only a couple bucks, but grab that book and I'll read it to you. I'll give you the audio book so that way you can listen to me while you're driving, at the gym, working out. Understand No More Average. nomoreaverageBook.com. That's nomoreaverageBook.com.
Do you think every business owner should write a book?
Heck yes.
Really?
Yes.
How has that helped you?
Because that's free knowledge about you, why you're doing what you're doing, what you're doing, and you're educating your potential client to know about, even if you're a plumber. Like if you can educate but also entertain, then what you end up doing is that person says, I see you as the authority figure, whether you're a plumber, whatever you are.
You're the expert in what you know,
you're
the field.
Yeah, exactly.
Kelby Dixon is asking, where is the studio?
Las Vegas.
Nevada.
We in Nevada, baby. We in Nevada. Contact my office. 31. I want you to call my office during business hours, 9 a.m. to 5. 310-598-6616. or email my team support@andyaudate.com, support@andyaudate.com, and we'll get you the directions. We'll set up a meeting, man. I want to
Yeah.
meet you in person.
Plus, you can have an excuse to say, I'm going to Vegas for business.
Yeah,
It's a
you
business
that's a
expense.
business expense,
I'm not
man.
saying I'm an accountant, a disclaimer, but it's a business expense, the whole trip.
The whole trip. Come and see me in Las Vegas. Call my office, 310-598-6616, or email my team at support@andyaudate.com. So that way we can schedule an interaction. Get you come to the
Get on the
studio.
calendar.
Come meet my team. We just had someone come in yesterday. Jeff came in yesterday. He said
He made it happen.
I mean, he made it. He got on a plane, came here, and he looked at me in the eyes. He said, "Oh my gosh, it's like
4D?
What he says, 3D." He's
3D?
like, I see you online all the time, but
The real deal.
now I see you in person, and I'm like, it was like a date. It was like a date interaction. Like we were doing a podcast. I would love to have you guys on my podcast, by the way.
Yeah.
All right. So email my team, support@andyaudate.com. If you're doing some big things in business,
Yeah.
you're a coach, you're an author, you're a speaker, you're doing some big things, I would love to have you on my podcast, have you fly into Las Vegas. I'll interview you in the studio. Email my team at support@andyaudate.com. But he looks at me and he says, "Man, it's like you're real." And I'm like, "Yeah, man. What'd you think?"
The real deal.
Ask your questions in the comments. I will answer your question here live. What do we got?
What are some of the brands that you support, whether it's clothing, apparel, supplements?
I mean, one of the brands that I mean, since I was young was Nike.
Really?
Nike.
Wow.
Nike has been one of the brands, but the best socks is Adidas. Nike has the best sneakers.
Mm-hmm.
The best socks is Adidas. I love Adidas. Nike socks are just like dry, but
So you really thought about this.
I really thought about this time. I mean, Nike, Adidas, and I could share one, especially now that I know him, Damon John.
Okay.
Fubu.
Really?
And let me tell you why Fubu.
Wait, Fubu's still selling?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
they're still
No disrespect.
they're still in the billions. The
Really?
billions. Yeah. They're doing well.
Where do you shop online?
I don't know. I have no idea. I think Damon's onto some bigger and badder things now.
Yeah.
But Fubu was my my hidden, like Fubu protected me when I was young. And let me tell you why. Fubu's the way that they built the way that they designed the clothes was perfect for me when I was turning from 13 or 12, 11, 12, 13 around that time, because the shirts were so baggy that
Right.
it hid my chest.
Okay.
So no one knew. Probably everybody knew, but in my head, I felt like I was like, this was my veil. That hey guys,
the shirt being
yeah,
loose.
because I was born with gynecomastia, which is the enlargement of my chest breast. Okay, so it's like I got more fatty tissue than most men there, and I thought I didn't want to share. I didn't want to go outside. I was nervous. I thought I was less of a man. And Fubu covered me. So that was one of the brands that really helped me overcome a lot of challenges when I was younger. And Damon, has no idea about that, but I will tell him now.
Yeah.
Now that I brought
Hopefully
that
he
up.
comes one day. You never know.
No, he'll come. He'll come here.
We're inviting him.
Yeah, I'll invite
That would
Damon
be
John.
so cool to me.
The shark from Shark Tank. Okay?
If I had a choice, I would invite Dwayne Johnson.
The Rock?
Yeah.
Rock?
Because he also had to overcome a lot, and then he does a lot of good. It's not just him being selfish. I got money. Like, he gives it away.
I mean, I would give him $7 to see what he could do with it.
Yeah, his video.
Yeah,
All I had was $7.
All I had was $7.
Obviously a lot.
I would ask him for $7.
He's gonna
now.
flip it and flip it all
I'll be
the
like,
way.
hey man, I would give him $7 actually. I'll be like,
I'll give him
hey man,
$7.
look, I'll give you $7, man. Can you turn this to 300 million?
When and what caused your biggest breakthrough in life and business? Second one is, what's one song that every time you hear it, you are just driven?
Those are good.
That's a good question.
Breakthrough was when he met me. No kidding. Song is I Believe You Can Fly.
And we got one more after.
So the question the song. Oh, you know why I can't play it? Because
Royalty.
of what they're gonna do with the
Just
copyright.
name it and they'll look it up.
All right. So the song, if I can't do it, homie, it can't be done.
Yeah.
50 Cent.
I actually had the CD album of that.
Did you really?
Yes,
You had
I'm
the
not
whole
that
CD?
old. I'm 90s. The CD, yeah,
You
with
had
the
the CD?
cover.
Oh wow. Wow. You still have it?
No.
No?
Changed into iTunes.
Oh yeah. It did change into iTunes. All right. So if I can't by 50 Cent. And what was the other question?
Breakthrough. What was your breakthrough? Yeah.
Biggest breakthrough in life or business?
Yeah.
Life and business. So my biggest breakthrough in business, I think my biggest breakthrough in business was when I went to the gym during the middle of the day. Uh, a lot of experiences stems from the cell phone business because now things are normalized about business,
Right.
right? Like a lot of the breakthroughs that I'm having now are more focused on scaling and growing and hitting certain targets and understanding about like in-depth things about psychology, about business and things of that nature. But real like fun stuff was years ago in the cell phone. But I'm doing a lot of fun stuff now. Don't get it wrong. I'm doing a bunch of fun stuff now. But like the basic things. So one of the basic things that was that in the cell phone store, I had to work between 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. That's when the store was open. And part of the term was that you have to work. The store has to be open. So if I'm the owner and I have no employees, I have to be there.
Yeah.
So my biggest breakthrough that I had with my right hand that I opened up the business with was that we would work out in the middle of the day.
Really?
Yeah, if we worked out in the middle of the day, that means we were successful.
So then when you had the employees to keep it running, that was a breakthrough?
Yeah, so we
'Cause
had
you're not
we had employees.
there.
Yeah. So we had employees, and by us having employees,
Yeah.
I remember I looked at him. It was we were a couple months in. I looked at him and I said, "Man, we in the gym,
Yeah.
and it's Sunday, and it's Monday,
Yeah.
in the gym working out." That was the biggest breakthrough.
Expansion, like opening up multiple is also a breakthrough.
Last question from the social. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Last question from the social. If you're on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, you want to search me on @AndyAudate, AndyAudate, and ask me a question. Or if you're watching the replay, go to my last post on Instagram. And on my last post, you're going to comment, question for Andy on After Hours. And then put a colon, and you're going to ask the question, and my team will take a screenshot and send it to me. What is the last question that we have from the Instagram?
Now that I have my Fueled by Faith merchandise available, what are the next steps to make my brand go viral?
To that one more time.
Now that I have my Fueled by Faith merchandise available, what are the next steps to make my brand go viral?
I think that was a little plug. Is that the name
Fueled
of the
by Faith, yeah.
Fueled by Faith?
Congrats, though, on the launch.
Yeah, First of all, congratulations
Yeah.
on launching. That's the most important thing.
Very cool.
Now that you have the product, really the first thing you got to find some customers. All right, and the fastest way to find some customers is to get on other people's their platforms and collaborate with them. Get in front of as many of their followers. So if someone has been building a list of followers and they have a group of people, when they go live, they have a group of people.
Yeah.
They have an email list. Right now, I can press a button and contact 700,000 people at a split second. So the right person who comes in to collaborate with me, I can press a button and market our product, market our services. So you want to collaborate with other people, get in front of their audience, and share your this 4 steps, your message. Before you even do the business, you want to share your message. My message is to progress daily. It's a simple. Subway, eat fresh. It's ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it. That's simple stuff.
Simple.
So start with a message. Then transition to why you do what you do. Why is it called Fueled by Faith?
Yeah.
Why is your brand called that? Why did you create your brand? So you have your message and your why. Then you share your story. Your story could be the long version or the short version, depending on the platform that you're on. So share the story. Then you share the business, which is the Fueled by Faith clothing brand. So by that time that they'll already understand your message, your why, your story. Now you share about your brand. They're gonna buy you're gonna purchase all your stuff.
You gotta get known.
You gotta get known.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta get known. You got people to know you, like you, and trust you.
Yeah.
Know you, like you, and trust you. Not the other way around. The most important thing is to build massive awareness. We actually have a 2-day event called the Brand Marketing Summit that we're hosting, where I teach you in depth on how to get people to know who you are, like you, and trust you. And I teach you how to go in depth using the MWSB, which is the message, why, story, and business. But most importantly, how to have the support of virtual assistants to run your business. To hire your first employee, you should hire a virtual assistant. If I could do it all over again, I would hire a virtual assistant first. That's the first thing I would do. And have a virtual assistant support me in running my business. Okay? So I teach that over the course of a 2-day event called the Brand Marketing Summit. So if you're interested in scaling, starting, and growing your business, go to joinbms.com. That's joinbms.com and look at the calendar for our next 2-day event, the Brand Marketing Summit.
And don't forget, you're the brand. So you should be rocking it everywhere, working out, grabbing your coffee, put it everywhere. Take a picture every time you have the gear. Also, I would say make it known. A lot of my friends that have apparels, they send me a T-shirt, whatever, and they say, hey, give me a shout out.
Love it. I love that. So, hey, go to my last social post. Okay, go to my last post on Instagram, instagram.com/AndyAudate, and put your next question on there. I see a big question. Let's answer that one.
Oh, last
I
minute
see a
question.
big last minute
They took their
question.
time.
That's
Yeah.
why why I like that. They took their time. What's
came
that
through.
question? We'll answer it real quick.
From the same person, God gave me a second chance at life, and now my mission is to inspire others to be grateful for every day they're blessed with, because you never know when your last day will be.
I love that.
Make it known. That's
Love
powerful.
that. So if that's your mission in life, get awareness and build a team to support you in driving that mission forward. Because people are going to be attached to the vision, people are going to be attached to the mission, and they're going to feel like their mission is to support you. So look, don't do it scared. If you believe that God is supporting you in this, don't do it scared. Fear is a direction. Like if you feel scared at a point, fear is the direction. Like every time I feel that bubbly, that gut, like the butterflies in my stomach, I know God's telling me, hey, go in that direction. Fear is the direction, and most importantly, go big. Go big, baby. Hey, thank you so much for joining us on the After Hours Q&A with Andy Audate, where I come here, answer your question. I'm here with my guests, Lori Ruelas and James Fournier, where we answer questions, ask questions, and get your questions answered, or I give you an action step. Thank you for joining us today on the After Hours with Andy Audate. Go to my last social post on Instagram. Go to my last page. Ask a question, and I'll answer your question on the next one. Also, join us at the next Brand Marketing Summit. That's joinbms.com for the 2-day event where I teach you how to start, grow, and scale your business, utilizing the support of virtual assistants to run and dominate your business in the new economy. Thank you guys so much for joining us today.